Hey everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday Wherry watch. A little bit different this week. I thought I would take it back and, when I first started in design, I obviously had loads of gel polish clients or plain acrylics with just a polish on top. And so I'm going to show you today how I managed to turn them clients around and bring them over to the dark side of design, because it was a bit of a fight. Because for years I'd said to them, "Oh babe, you've got lovely nails, just have a gel polish." And now I wanted to start doing all this crazy stuff. So how did I do it? I'm going to let you watch me for a little bit and I'm going to ramble and I'll talk through what we're doing. But basically, if you've just got those gel polish clients, or, your plain Janes, they just want one colour with an accent nail, and if they're feeling a bit bloody crazy, they'll have it on the thumb. Don't get me onto thumbs, because that's still just the ring finger with glitter. So they weren't seeing me do anything different. So my top tip today is these nail pops. Do it in your spare time. If you haven't got like a flexi hand, they're not my favourite thing to do. I love clients really, but if they're not that brave, get some nail pops out. Start making designs. Make 5, put them out, display them, photograph them, hashtag them, film them even. But just start to show those clients that you can do this, because they don't know you can do it. They think you can just do this gel polish or plain colour, but once they start seeing it, they're going to start asking for it. Now, what I found with my clients is that they would be like, "Oh, Kai, I saw what you did on your page." I'm like, "Oh yeah, babe, that's acrylic. Oh, isn't that going to damage?" I had all that, and then I kind of became a bit like a drug dealer, maybe. So they were never brave enough, but I'd be like, "Why don't you just have a little bit of this on the ring finger? Or why don't we just put a little swoosh on this one?" Asking them to do little finger and middle would blow their mind. But to begin with, I'd just go, "I'm not going to charge you, babes. It's on me. It's on me." A bit like crack. I was just going to give them a little taster until they were hooked. Completely hooked. They'd come back and they'd be like, "Oh my God, Beryl down the bloody bingo. She loved my nails. Nobody does nails like this around here." So that's what I did. I just became a little, just an acrylic crack dealer, giving away stuff for free. And then they'd have a taste for it. They liked it. And again, like I said last week, you've then got 3 weeks of free advertising walking around. So yeah, just if you're not currently doing design, do it. Do it on your nail pops, get it out there, get photographing. The other thing is you might be doing a bit of design, but you might just have that one client. You need to, show them what you can do. You're also getting lots of practicing as well. Jeez Louise, I have rambled. So yeah, that's my thing this week on how I got my clients. Basically, became a drug dealer with acrylic, just kept doing loads of design. It doesn't even have to do 5. You could just do practice 1 and photograph it. Always photograph it, show them what you got. Right, let's get back into these nails now. We're going in with my signature swoosh. Love, 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 love it. It's my favourite thing to do. I stick it on everything. I think it's kind of like my little stamp on. Oh, that's kind of done that one. But you can see I do it all with one brush, but using all parts of the brush. Now, the tip of it comes in, and whilst that bead is still nice and wet, I just nudge it and move it into place so it's lovely and pointy. Right, you saw these at the beginning, but I was waffling on that I didn't get to talk about. So these are Nova Cosmic Flakes from my website. Very, very, very nice. But do not sneeze. Don't leave a door open. Don't breathe heavily, because they just fly away. But you don't need much of them either. A little really does go a long way with them. And the shift in them is fantastic. You can put them into acrylic. They lay super flat. They're fantastic with gel polish. And you can chrome them in as well. So if you've done a set, you've top coated with a non-wipe, you can literally just pick up some flakes and rub it in and it will chrome as well. So they are fab. Nova's one of my favourite ones as well. So that's what we're using today. So I'm going to add this into my swoosh, and I'm going to use, I've used that bubblegum, which is a lovely superfine first, because the superfines are fantastic to swoosh with. Bit of Nova flakes, and then some of that Serenity glitter I'm going to put on as well. So yeah, I'm feeling much better as well now, people. Much better. So thank you for your lovely comments. Probably just going to drag it out a little bit with Mr. Yarwood. I'm just going to be like, oh, I've got the long COVID, babe. Need a nap. Did 4 days last week without a daytime nap. I'm growing up. I'm not like a baby anymore. Yeah, I've dropped my daytime nap. Right, let's go in and do a reverse. Now, doing it this way today, I can talk through and show you. I was able to show you parts of this, because a lot of the time I'm always like, build a wall. I'm going to show you this wall today. So I'm stretching this product down, working with it slightly drier. I did have to wipe my brush a little bit with this one, because obviously we're working with nail pops. There's no human heat here, so the beads are going to set a little bit more slowly. So I'm just using the belly of my brush to stretch it down this nail here, and then just tidying it up with the sides of my brush. Now I'm going to show you this wall. This wall is what I describe, and when I say you need to push up against the wall, this is what it is. It is a wall of product that runs around the smile, and this is what you push your product right up to it. Those corners are your wings right at the top, and you need to make sure that you always push right into there. Now if you do that bead and it's really big and bulbous, looks like a beluga whale, fear not, do not worry. You don't have to go and file it at this point. You don't have to worry about it. Normally I just sort it at the end, but I'd be really mindful at when I'm filling in that free edge. I'm really careful that I don't fill right up to the top of the wall. Otherwise I'm going to cut my design out. So kind of, if you can't envisage like how thick it's going to be, by all means bring down that smile line to begin with, bring down the top of it. But if you can, if you think, oh, well, I'm not going to need that much, just fill up what you think you would need. Right. We are going here. I can't remember what it is, but I know it's just glitter. Oh, I've gone a bloody bit ahead of myself here, and right, bit of bubblegum. So little tiny bead of clear acrylic, dipping it straight into the bubblegum raw, and wiggling my brush as it goes on. When I wiggle that brush, all of the liquid within it will flow out. That will turn the teeny tiny bead that I had picked up into water, which will keep my designs really super thin. So like I said, these pops are fantastic for practicing. They're really good. Just get it out, get your stuff out and play. Yeah, this was the one I was on about. Can't remember what it is, but it's Glam and Glitz. But again, I'll put everything in the description. So I'm doing a full nail of this one. Now, I was quite lucky that about 5 years ago, when design started to come out, I'd already done nails for 4 years. No, 5 years. I'd already done nails for 5 years and got my basics fine. And then design came, and I started to learn design as it came about. So that was nice. I learned with everybody else. But I feel for the tech nowadays, here we go, I'm going to show you. I'm going to quickly interrupt this one and show you how I keep my brush clean. Wipe it on the towel, go straight in, don't wipe it. Wipe it, in, don't wipe it on the damp dish, wipe it on the Kylea jar until it's completely clean. Because what you'll do is, if you'd have gone straight in and then wiped it straight on the Kylea dish, all of that colour would have gone straight into your acrylic liquid, creating an acrylic monomer mix. Therefore, it would be really difficult to work with, really sticky. Your bead would never leave your brush because you constantly have an acrylic monomer mix within your brush. So 100% when you're working with coloured acrylics, wipe it on the paper towel first, go in, don't touch any side, come straight back out, wipe it, and do that until you don't see any colour. Can't remember what the fuck I was on about before. Maybe I should stop and go and have a listen. It might have been important, so I'll be back in a minute. So I was on about the design, wasn't I? So yeah, I just feel for techs today who qualify yesterday and are expected to create a design set the next day. I really feel for you. So yeah, my tips for you are get some nail pops out, get doing some practice designs, and then pop them onto some clients. They don't have to have 5 different nails, but they could just have one of these. So yeah, that's what I was on about before I decided to show everybody how I keep my monomer clean. Right, we're going to do a full nail of Serenity. Now, Serenity is a medium cut glitter, but like most medium chunky glitters, I like to put a superfine behind it, so that's why we've got bubblegum behind this one. It keeps my cuticles nice and thin, my sidewalls nice and neat. It means I don't need to use too much of it, but it all looks like I've only used Serenity, but really bubblegum is doing all the hard work by keeping all those areas that you want neat and tidy, neat and tidy. Right, we're going to go and fill in this furry edge of the reverse, and I'm going to use the pink that I haven't got a clue what it is from Glam and Glitz. Putting that bead on and making sure I go right up into the wings, pushing right up into it. If you don't, then it, oh God, your heart sinks when you come to file it out. It just, yeah, you're like, oh God, I missed that bit, and you just don't get that crisp finish with it. So really make sure that you push right into those wings, and it doesn't matter if it comes up over the nail bed, because you're going to come and file it. When I was creating this smile line, there was 2 awkward little bits of glitter in it, but I'm always thinking about the end design, so I knew that I was going to file the top. I knew that those 2 tiny bits of glitter would get caught and they'd file out, so don't panic too much. So a bit more of the Nova Flakes, bit of Serenity, because what you want to do to show these clients, you want it to flow. You want the whole design to go together. So if I've put Nova Flakes, I couldn't just put them on one. It's got to flow with the whole design. I've got to have a little bit of everything everywhere. Like, it would be wrong to just have a plain nail. Like, if I was going to leave that, you know I'm doing something with this middle nail. If it was going to be plain, I'd cover it in diamonds, but I'm not. What I'm doing, I have filed this nail, and now I'm putting a matte top coat on it. This is something that I'd do at the end normally. I would normally top coat the rest of them and do this at that stage. But for some reason, I don't know, I was cooking tea. My first video of this went wrong because me, didn't charge their phone. I'll get ready. Something bad happens. I dropped all the Nova Flakes. Look at them. You know, I said don't sneeze, don't do anything. Yes, this is what it's a pretty mess. It's a pretty mess, but it's freaking everywhere. So what I've done with that plain nail, I've put a matte top coat on it, and I've stuck it in the lamp, and I'm just going to quickly, very, very, very quickly, cap these designs so they're ready for filing after. What we're going to be doing with that plain nail, we're going to be using metallic marble inks. They're lovely. I'm using a hot pink, which when you put the blender on it, it gives a hot pink and a silver. So I knew that it was kind of going to go with this design as well. So I'm going to talk you through how we're going to do that one in a minute. So this nail is finished completely. It's been filed and it's put a matte top coat on it. I'm going to give this metallic a shake. As you can see, it all kind of settles in the bottom. So a matte top coat, it just goes on really well that way. Don't try and just buff it and remove it all that way. Put the matte top coat on. I've learned the hard way. So just applying this metallic ink wherever you fancy, and then we're going to go in with the blender and start to have fun. Now I'm a finicky bugger, so I play with it and then I add a bit more, and I play with it and I add a bit more, and that's it. You've just got to keep going until you're happy. I like to try and define like veins into mine, and that's what I try and do, and then I'll layer it a little bit and put a bit more in. Yeah, I just really love it. You can't go wrong with it. You've just got to keep attacking it with your blender. I will say that with your blender, when you need to dip back into the liquid, just give it a little wipe on some towel, as you would have how I showed you with cleaning the brush before you go in your monomer, because that's the thing. These are quite pigmented, these inks, that when you went straight back into your blender, which is clear, you would start to colour it. So just have a little bit of paper towel free to just wipe your brush and then go back in. It's a really good habit to get into with your acrylic as well. So let's stick with it and keep everything really, really clean. So you can see I'm making them veins now. Just dipping it into the blender, watching it disperse. I can put my brush in any part. I can cut through those lines and start making it go a different direction. But yeah, just play with it. I think the hot pink is one of my favourites from my website. There's also a rose gold and a silver. Yeah, I love them. But this one's definitely my favourite. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell the others. So yeah, here we go. We're going to layer it a little bit more and go in with the blender. And then I've got loads of freaking Nova flakes everywhere, so I'm going to slap a bit of those onto it as well. I would say it's just to make the design flow, but really I had flakes coming out of my arse. They're literally everywhere. It looks quite nice actually on my nails there. Just, yeah, a little bit of an autumn set on the other hand now. But yeah, I'm going to find them forever, aren't I? They're just everywhere. But yeah, that's it. That is the design. I am going to let you continue to watch, because there is some very, very saucy top coating going on, and a little video. And yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed your Wednesday watch. A little bit different, using pops. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a different take and show you how I enticed my boring barrels into having something a little bit different. And this is how I did it. If they don't see it, they don't know that you can do it. So definitely just get them nail pops out, even if it's just one. Just, you'll up your content, you'll show them what you can do. People start talking, and be a little drug dealer, and you might get some of them hooked. I say all this with jest, and yeah, don't be an actual drug dealer. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. Have I got that right? I don't know. My brother used to watch a lot of South Park, so yeah, I think it was that. But I'm waffling. I'm fucking waffling again. Right, gotta go. Bake-off's on, peeps. Gonna file these nails and give you some bloody horny top coating. Now, if you've enjoyed it, you like me rambling, please subscribe. And I'll see you all again next Wednesday. Right, love you all. Bye.